to get in trouble, guys. Hope you're having a good day. Hey guys, just want to let you know that Teespring is up. Table stuff on there. And artwork by my daughter. Just trying to support her, guys. Go take a look. Shirts, mugs, pillows, phone cases, a couple different things. Could be a lot more added. This is what I could get up for now. The link will be in the description. You can see the link at the top of the screen. Go check it out. I think it's pretty cool. Okay guys, so here's round 2 of explaining what happened and how it happened and what's going on. It's day 2 of being at my daughter's house. Start with kind of the just astronomical chance that this happened, when and where it did. It really is mind-boggling that I was stopped basically at home when it happened. Saturday, I just finished driving from South Carolina to Connecticut. There was no next load to pick up, so I went about an hour and a half west to a rest area to spend the night. Generally, in where I was, that area, the further west you are, the easier it is to get another load. On the following day, sent me a message. The load was actually in Vermont, so I had an extra 2 hours, because it was back the way I just came from. So there's 2 hours that this should have been a different direction. Plus the fact that I waited to reset my time. If you stay in your sleeper berth or stop for 34 hours, it resets the amount of hours you have to work. So I waited 10 hours to drive up there so I would have my full clock this week. Get there, pick it up, head back, and I end up spending the night in Pennsylvania, knowing that 2.5 hours down the road was a truck stop at home. I could drop my granddaughter's birthday present off, grab one of my favorite frozen coffees, and had plenty of time to get to South Carolina that day and deliver the next morning. Traffic for a change was good. I got there exactly 2.5 hours. Give my daughter the present for her daughter. Ask if she wants coffee with the young lady that was with her. So we go inside and talk. I'll order their coffees and my coffee. They actually get their coffee, and I'm saying goodbye, and I start noticing that they think I'm getting emotional. I really didn't understand what was going on. They walk out. I'm still waiting on mine, and that's when it hit. I lost everything in my right side. I could barely stand, couldn't grab the coffee from the lady behind the counter. Ended up having to take it with my other hand. I dragged my leg out to the truck. I called my daughter and told her what was going on, and luckily she was only 5 minutes away by then. Literally, she only works maybe 10 minutes away. So just to where I was, the fact that I wasn't on the highway, the fact that she could get back to me, get to me to the hospital as quickly as she did to take care of this is insane. And then when I got out of ICU into a normal room, the gentleman that was in there with me 2 days previous had just had a stroke on the same section of highway while driving. I don't care whether you call it karma, God, fate, whatever you want to use, knowing there is a higher power of some sort, has to be. It can't just be coincidence. There was just too much to getting me to where I'm at now. And the fact that right now, you can see there's still a little bit in my face is red because it bothers me. Drool a ton, and the hand that's holding the phone literally is about all I can do. Is I can set the phone in it, I can hold it for now. I've gotten used to the fingers back, and I can close it and that kind of stuff. I just don't have any feeling in 3 of the fingers of my thumb, and I don't have fine motor skills. I can't like touch my fingers like you can touch your fingers this way. I can't do it with the other hand right now. Most of my leg strength is back. It might be 5% off. But for the most part, I got astronomically lucky. It's insane that it even worked out. I just don't know. I don't know how I got so lucky. Now, the second part of this is the fun that I've realized adjusting to life the way it is now, at least until I can get through rehab and try to get some of this back. Even stupid things like putting this bandana on was work. Just don't think about, because I'm left-handed. I write with my left hand. Anything that's fine motor skills I normally use with my left. Anything like throwing a baseball, football, using a hammer was always my right hand. So all that stuff that requires strength, or I don't have right now. I'm trying to figure that out with the other hand. And you can see even now that the phone is bouncing because the hand doesn't quite have the fine motor skill to hold it steady. So again, things like tying a knot in the back of a bandana on the back of your head becomes an effort and futility. I haven't even thought to begin to try to tie shoes. Things like taking off and putting on a shirt. Little stuff that you take for granted every day has become work. And the fact that a lot of it is I just can't feel it. If I can see it, it's okay. Sorry. Just trying to plug a USB wire into a phone charger because I have to be able to hold one end or the other is tedious. And it gets a little frustrating. But I'm also an asshole. I'm stubborn as can be, and I'm not going to let anything like this. I told my kids, nothing this stupid is going to take me out. I'm not going that easy. I've been through worse. The leg infection I had that put me in ICU for 17 days was far worse than this. That was far harder to come back. The changes I'm going to have to make are going to suck. I know I have to cut out salt almost completely, if not completely. I know I have to cut out a ton of my diet. If you haven't paid attention, the past 3-ish years or so, I've lost over 300 pounds, and they want probably another 75 to 100 off of me, which is going to be insane. It's possible, but it also means going those routes that I really never wanted to have to go. I'm going to have to take at least a few days a week and go vegetarian. I might have to cut out even more of food that we take for granted every day. It's going to be interesting, to say the least. And my kids are content. They're happy I'm okay. And it's kind of nice to see them and spend some time with them. Whether I can ever get back to driving a truck, a lot of it depends on how the hand goes and how much I can get back. If it comes back to normal, I should be able to go back. If it doesn't, the plus side is the company I work for, I said there are other opportunities that don't require me to drive, and I can apply for those whenever I find out what's going on. Again, that's way down the road. I will try to keep updated as to what's going on and all that fun stuff. I'm going to try to get a bunch of reactions out later today, just because one, speaking even to the camera helps me try to adjust to this. It also gives me something to do because I'm not used to being stagnant, especially the past year. I've done nothing but using stress, drive, thinking what this car is going to do, what that car is going to do, where I have to be, what route I'm going to take. 100 different things, 14 hours a day for months, and now I'm kind of sitting on my rump, and it's driving me a little loco. That's kind of why I wanted to get in the hospital so quick, which thankfully I am out of, again, at my daughter's house. And I hate to be a burden to them, but we'll work it out. Guys, I love you all. I thank you for putting up with a weird old man, and who knows, going to see how this goes and see how it works out. I'm going to have to figure out a lot of funding and all that fun stuff. Thankfully, there's a charity through the company I work for, and I should be getting disability and blah, 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 blah. Again, guys, love you. Hopefully, a couple times today I'll put out a few videos. It depends if I could go empty my truck out and all other kinds of fun stuff that didn't think I was going to have to do. But such is life. You do what you got to do and you keep on going. Peace, guys. I hopefully will talk to you, I don't know, at least a couple times a day. Love you guys.